Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary Pelter, and I'm here with my partner this evening, Bob Braskich. Pleasure to be here, and pleasure to work some basketball with you this evening,
My pleasure, Gary. My pleasure.
We're out here. We're going to get things underway here shortly. The Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers have come in to take on the Lady Titans from Lorain High this evening. And we're going to get JV basketball underway here in just a bit.
Yeah, Lorraine, Gary, comes in with a 3-3 record. Both teams are laden with freshman players. 6 out of the 9 gals playing tonight for Lorain High are freshmen. Really, only 2 sophomores on the roster and 1 junior, and much the same for Cleveland Heights with 7 freshmen on their roster. Very, very, very hard to keep a program continuity in a program, at this time. It really is. So we'll see. I mean, just watching our girls warm up, I mean, they look pretty good. They have nice size. Number of girls in that 5'10", a couple in the 5'10", 5'9" range.
And getting things underway in Cleveland Heights with the basketball, and right away.
Wait a minute.
We have a whistle.
How could that have happened? Because she entered it from the back court into the front court. Wow. Wasn't near the 10-second line.
And nonetheless, Lorain High has the basketball. Jada Morales-Smith with the basketball.
I think we have players going to the wrong basket, Gary, is what I think the problem is. Lorain High warmed up to our right, and I think that is the confusion.
Okay, so I think we're going to take this from the top again, possibly. Are we going to have a new jump ball?
Now they should reverse it if Lorain High's okay. If Lorain High's going to the basket to our right, it should be the other way. We're lined up exactly the way the game started.
There we go.
They've got it now.
Well, a very auspicious beginning to this ball game.
I've seen that before. It would have been interesting if there would have been a score.
Well, they got that stopped, and it took them a minute, and now we're not going to jump it again.
Okay, so it is Lorain High ball under our basket. Okay.
Okay.
There's that out of bounds play. Pick for the inbounder.
And now Cleveland Heights is taking it back the other way, and it's taken away by the Lady Titans. Morales-Smith with the steal, gets it up the floor. Mosley.
Yes.
Shot, and
wow. Oh, I'm glad to see full court pressure here. Box press by Lorain High.
Got Nixon with the first basket of the evening for Lorain High.
Very good. Force the turnover. Box press, they want to trap just across the 10-second line, so you can't reverse it.
And now Lorain High once again with the basketball. Shot is up off the iron. No good. That was Mosley with the shot, and now Cleveland Heights coming back the other way.
Okay, that's going to be Heights ball out of bounds.
And I went through a whole lot of roster checking out, and they don't have a number 12. Okay.
Well, we have a number 12.
Correct, but Cleveland Heights scratched it off on their roster before we got things going.
Well,
but
just so
we'll check it at halftime.
One count stop. One of the things I'd really like to see the JV girls do, and varsity girls and boys for that matter, is I'd like to see in that situation a one-count stop layup, a ball fake, and lay it in, as opposed to trying to drive through the defense. Especially at the girls' level. You can get the ball up, and the younger girls, you can get the ball in the glass so much easier with a one-count stop layup.
First free throw of the evening. Up and no good. And Nakia Herman. Second one up and got that one to go down.
Yeah, I like to see pressure In girls basketball, there are turnovers waiting to be forced and easy scores. Double dribble.
And there's the turnover that you were talking about, Bob.
Yeah. I really think, with the girls, and I've watched a lot of girls in the last couple of years, there are 25 turnovers waiting, and it's so hard to attack a set defense now. Cleveland Heights went to a zone here, and it's hard to attack and go through the heart of a defense, although that was pretty well done.
There we go. Morales-Smith with a get a three-pointer out of that.
They're usually the team that gets the easy scores off of turnovers wins, just like that.
And once again, Lorraine with the turnover and Mosley with another basket.
Yeah,
Cleveland Heights is having trouble even getting into their offense right now.
It's the pressure, Gary. It's the pressure.
And you're right, Bob. They've got the Lady Titans have end-to-end pressure, and nothing is coming easy for the Lady Tigers.
Gary,
tonight.
I've often thought, just observing girls play, that if you did one of two things on every possession, if you denied the offense their initial entry pass or trapped it, you would have great success. I really believe that.
First free throw off the back of the iron for Mosley. Second one is up around the rim and out. No good. And
here we go with the pressure again. A box press, you don't want to take it past the 10-second line. You want to have somebody behind you to reverse it to, and a middle person.
4:28 remaining in the first quarter of play. Lorraine High up 9-0.
Foul?
Up, no foul on that.
Wow.
Shot was up by Gaston, but it didn't even get to the rim.
Well, we have a great contrast here. The team that's pressuring is winning 9-0. Team that's fallen back into a zone is on the low end of that score.
Pamplin had the ball down there, backed it in for a second, and kicked it back out. And now the Lady Titans moving the ball around the perimeter once again.
Against the zone, you want to reverse the basketball. Force that zone to shift and close out. First open man should get the ball, make the easy pass, penetrate the seams a little bit, don't force anything. That's a shot. There you go.
And up with the right hand, no good. Tipped it back in, but into the Lady Tigers, and Cleveland Heights comes back the other way. Yaston with the basketball up to the top of the key, up and in for the first basket of the evening.
Slow picking up.
That was Holland.
Very slow picking up. That's a foul. Get in there.
And you're right, they called the foul. So Lorraine once again will be shooting free throws. They've got a 9-3 lead with 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Girls JV basketball action.
You know, the one thing that's impressed me, and I haven't seen the JVs play, obviously, and it's only been 3 minutes, or almost 4 minutes. The Lorain High girls, there's a premium on passing and catching at speed, and they do it pretty well. And they aren't forcing anything. You would expect at this level to see a lot of forced passes, and not seeing it. Good choices are being made.
Well, you mentioned that there's a lot of freshmen on this roster.
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of surprised at how well we're playing.
Well, one thing I noticed, I had the pleasure of doing a girls' freshman game a couple weeks ago, and I noticed everybody on the roster was listed as a guard, with the exception of, I believe it was Uniah Pamplin, and therefore that means they must have some ball handlers out there, which can't hurt you. And Cleveland Heights maintains possession of the basketball. They're going to move it around and kick it over to the right side. And there's another one of those turnovers, Bob.
The team that turns it over the most is much less likely to win. It's just so evident. And I really don't think you need a lot of size at girls if you pressure. I mean, it's the great equalizer. That was a nice back cut.
Nice basket by Gomez, her first of the evening there. And throw it all the way across court to the other side. Shot is up and no good by Pace. But
pressure.
Cleveland Heights maintained the basketball, but they
foul on the shot.
Couldn't get a good shot off, but they will go to the free throw line.
No, but I'm trying to think if we've had a turnover yet, and I don't think we have. And it goes back to, you really have to work with the girls on passing and catching at speed. Although I think a one-count stop layup is critical, and good decision making, and we're seeing all of that. Look up the floor.
2 free throws up and no good.
I mean, that's well done right there.
And there you go. There's another basket by Lorraine. Castro.
The skill there was bringing the basketball, putting it on the floor, and still being able to look up the floor at the same time. I mean, that's a skill.
There's a ball tipped away once again for another turnover. And that was a nice pass down low.
Wow. Difficult to bring it with your head up and see the floor ahead of you. And we've seen it twice in the last minute.
That was a really impressive pass. That's a nice pass on any level to get it across the court to the low block.
Absolutely. This gal right here has a nice looking shot. That's number 12 for us. That's Kayla Mosley. Nice looking shot here. Nice little push shot. Nice.
And there she goes. She's hit 3 free throws in a row.
Yeah.
She's got 5 so far on the evening. And Cleveland Heights moves it down to that right wing. Shot is up, no good. They get their own rebound, though. They're going to move it back around.
Oh.
Shot up there by Gaston.
16-5, though, Gary. 16 points is a lot of points in a quarter for JV girls. A lot of points.
Shot is up and no good, and Lorain is going to maintain the basketball, but they're going to travel, and there's your turnover.
Right. Change your pivot foot. You can do that with 1 foot. Can't do it with 2.
It looked like she was trying to step back to get back behind the line to make the 3-point attempt.
Nice anticipation right there.
And Lorraine gets the turnover. I believe they're going to be going to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, I just pressure in girls basketball I just think is so key. Because when you turn them over, the shot you're going to get after a turnover is almost always better than the shot you would get if you have to go through the heart of somebody's half-court defense. When your shooting percentage goes up.
Yeah, when you get a turnover like that, the defense is not set.
Right. Oh, there was a little travel.
There you go. They got 1 shot, and now the Titans come back the other way.
Oh, almost at high rate of speed. See, that's where I'd like to see that 1-count stop, jump stop, layup, ball fake, and just lay it off, kiss it off the glass. There's a different press. We're going man-to-man. Oh, no, it's
Titans.
I'm sorry.
They're running an inbounds play. There we go. And it's up, and that one's in.
Well done. Little curl cut around the screen. Wow.
There you go. Bally Gomez with another basket. 18-5 in favor of the Lady Titans.
There it is again.
And there's a turnover.
That's a foul.
I'm not even sure where that pass was going because there was nobody there but white jerseys. .9 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. Are they going to go for 1, or are they going to just run their offense and see what happens?
All right, they're in a man-to-man now. They've gotten out of that zone. Cleveland Heights has. It's hard to be down by 13 in the first quarter and stick with a packed-in zone. You've got to get out there and try to force something, and that's what Heights is trying to do right now. 5, no.
22 seconds and counting down. Titans put the ball up, no good.
And
second shot. Once again, no good. And Nixon will be going to the free throw line. First one off the back of the iron and no good.
Yeah, Joe Bach just pointed out it's the 7th foul. I didn't see that, Joe, on Cleveland Heights, which gives us the bonus. In the first quarter. You almost never see that.
There's been a lot of fouls and a lot of turnovers.
Well, what you want to do with this box press is you want to trap the ball right after the 10-second line. We didn't get it there.
And they got the turnover, though. A little bit of an errant pass. And the Titans have 6.3 remaining. They got to get it in and get it up the floor. There's going to be no pressure, so they're going to have that opportunity. Dribbled right into a double team, but you got a jump ball call.
2.2 left.
Got time to do something.
That's it.
Up and high off the glass and no good. And we're going to wrap up the first quarter of play. The Lorain Lady Titans are on top, 18-5 here in girls JV basketball action. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with quarter number 2 right after this.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Okay, here we go, Gary.
Back out here at Lorain High and getting ready to get the second quarter of action underway.
Well, we should mention Logan Weigand is the Lorain High coach. And Lorain High is well organized.
He's got to be pretty happy about what's going on so far after one quarter of play.
We're organized. We had a zone offense. We had out-of-bounds plays. We played defense with a purpose. They switched to a man-to-man. Our girls recognized it. I mean, he's doing a nice job. They're well coached. Now, we've gone. No, we haven't. We're still playing man-to-man. I always like to see the young kids, boys or girls, freshmen, JV, always play man-to-man, in my opinion.
Pace with the basketball, puts it up with the left hand. No good, but I'm thinking she's going to be going to the free throw line.
I mean, even, Gary, I think if you're a zone program at the varsity level, you will create better zone players if through the formative years, freshman, junior high, JV, the players, both boys and girls, play man-to-man. And I'm glad to see that we do that.
Shot is up, second free throw, no good.
Okay.
Titans come away with the rebound and
that's
bringing it up the floor. Esmeralda Smith take it across the timeline, and now we've got it into the front court with Palazzo with the basketball.
Well, there's our turnover.
Long pass and nice save right there, keeping in play, but Titans come up with the basketball again and moving back down the floor, and another Tigers turnover. Starting to get a little anxious with the shots, I think.
When we've got to get point guards always got to be back on defense. Cleveland Heights has gone man to man, and they're putting a little pressure on us. Consequently, we're turning it over a bit. You know, when they were falling back and packing in that zone, it was very easy to run an offense. Now it's become more difficult.
And the ball tipped, and it's going to remain Titans basketball.
Let's see what we've got,
and we've got
for an out-of-bounds play. The last time, Jada Smith curled around. You know, she still gets it.
Palazzo to inbound. She inbounds it, coming down the floor, taking it down the baseline.
Yes.
And now, with the follow-up on the offensive rebound, that was Olatoye with her first basket.
Another turnover.
(20-7) in favor of the Lady Titans. Once again, if you're just joining us, girls JV basketball action. The Lady Titans have had a very nice first half thus far. And did a nice job of tying her up down there.
But you'll notice, I mean, we're struggling and we're forcing some shots, forcing some passes now that Cleveland Heights switched to man-to-man as opposed to just packing that zone in. And what we've been talking about, pressure.
And once again, another tie up on the floor.
Pressure really pays in girls basketball.
Hill to inbound the basketball for Cleveland Heights. They get it across the timeline against the pressure. Runner up with the left hand by Pace. No good. And now the Titans taking the ball back the other way, stripped away. And then losing the basketball. And now we're going to have...
That's a shove.
Another foul.
Be the 5th foul of the half on the Lady Titans.
We've definitely seen our fair share of fouls in the first half of play.
12 thus far. Okay, if you're going to man out of bounds plays, you have to switch everything that's crossing in front of you. Just like that. I missed that call, Gary.
I'm not even sure what that was. Did she push off to get that basketball?
I have no idea.
But nonetheless, it's Titans basketball coming back the other way. Trying to get it down low, but the defense cuts it off.
Oh,
and a nice shot for three.
Deep in the corner.
From Gomez.
And a steal on the inbounds pass for
another basket.
Turnover to layup.
Mosley with another basket. 25-7. Tigers get the ball down low, but they didn't get the shot off fast enough. It was contested by the Titans, and now you're going to have a little knee action there.
It'll be number 6, which means on the next foul, Cleveland Heights will go to the line.
That one was on Mosley. She wasn't about to let Gaston get by her. Cleveland Heights moving the ball around the perimeter, tipped away, but where do we go? We go Titans basketball?
No.
Or are we going to keep that in favor of the... Well, they were trying. All right. Tigers moving the basketball around. They get it down low.
Another block.
Akoff down there had her shot blocked.
Nice pass.
He got it up there, and Gomez tried for the shot, but got a little too far underneath the basket.
A lot of control. One count stop layup would have been nice.
Gaston calling for number 4. Not sure what number 4 was, but I don't think that was it.
7th foul.
We have free throw opportunities. This time for the Lady Tigers. Gaston's going to go to the free throw line.
Hey, Gaston.
Gaston puts the first up and little short.
If you don't hit iron, it's automatic ball out of bounds.
Titans bringing the basketball up and to travel, and it's going to go back to Cleveland Heights again.
You know, the first, I hate to beat this point to death, but the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, Heights just sprinted back and packed in a zone, and everything was easy. Now they've picked up man-to-man, and you can see they're forcing some mistakes.
Well, the good thing for the Lady Titans was they scored some points out of that and built up a little bit of a lead.
Yep.
Shot is up and no good. Pamplin with the rebound, but the ball is turned over, and Cleveland Heights with the basketball again.
Oh, they're going to call that on Yanaya Pamplin. And I didn't think that was a foul. And she has done, that's 0-0 for Lorraine High. Really nice job. She's got about 3 block shots. I watch her rebound. She has a good sense of where the ball's coming off.
Pace with the free throw.
And she's just a freshman. Good size, too.
I believe she was the one that was listed as a forward on the freshman roster.
Yeah.
Pace makes travel. The free throws.
Letting it play.
Moving the ball around. The shot was put up, and Gomez put up another shot, but
stay with it.
Pamplin kicks it back out to Gomez. Gomez with the basketball now.
Okay.
Got Nixon with the basketball.
All right, that's pretty good right there. That wasn't bad.
But the Lady Tigers come back, and they're running their offense the other way. 25-9 with 2:19 remaining in the second quarter play.
Well, foul line situation. One thing I would like to see is defensively, I'd like to see Lorraine High in a stance, not just on the ball, but off the ball. Everybody in it broken down in a good defensive stance in position. I'd like to see a little bit more of that.
And then up, and no good. But Gomez comes out with the basketball, puts up the shot, no good. And the Tigers coming back the other way. Gaston with the basketball, gets it across the timelines. Goes around the pick.
Blocked.
Holland block.
Nice.
Turning over, going the other way. Up with the left hand. No good, but
Pamplin. She's going to be a player.
Pamplin puts it up.
Just a freshman. Nice. Just watch her down at the other end. I wish she would play cupper man defensively instead of playing behind him, but I watch her. She's got a very good feel for where the ball's going to come off the rim and rebounds that pretty well. And again, has probably blocked 3 shots this far.
She's done a really nice job, both handling the ball and rebounding the ball as well.
You're right about handling the ball, Gary. A couple of times she was kind of tied up, and she made good decisions with the basketball also. Pretty good. she's going to be fine.
27-9 in favor of the Lady Titans. JV basketball action.
Yeah.
We got 1:36 remaining in this second quarter of play.
Okay, now what we have to do in this box press is we have to learn how to funnel the ball up the sidelines and trap it after the 10-second line.
And the ball's tipped away out of bounds. Going to remain Tigers basketball. Once again, Heights to inbounds. Get it inbounds to Gaston. Gaston's going to run the point out there. Got a pass down low. Nice pass, but...
There's that rebounder again.
Yep, there you go. Pamplin with the rebound. Kicking it down the floor. Shot is up and no good, but...
Oh.
Castro got her own rebound.
Possession, Cleveland Heights on the tie-up.
Pamplin was down there once again. Got her hands on the basketball. Forced a tie-up. 1:04 remaining. Going to have some more full court pressure out there, Bob.
Well, I think they're going to have a change of possession is what I think is going to happen.
Okay, there we go.
Right, the arrow was pointing in the wrong direction. It'll switch as soon as the ball's touched. There you go. Cleveland Heights has the next arrow. Down to 1:01 to play.
All right, now Cleveland Heights has the basketball to inbounds it.
Okay, now let her get across the 10-second line, then trap.
And it's stolen away.
With the left hand.
Up with the left. That was Mosley once
Yeah,
again.
you have to be impressed with her also. She had the nice-looking free throws.
Shot was up and no good. And I thought it was going to roll down, but...
Oh, they're going to get Pamplin for a foul on that?
Well, it looked like
Kidding, yes.
Marshall had she had 3 opportunities at the stick back, but Pamplin couldn't get the defensive rebound, but she got caught for the foul. First one up, rolls around, and rolls in. 29-10. Cleveland Heights hits double digits.
Oh, she crossed the line.
She tried to will that one in.
It did go in.
It did.
She was following a little too soon.
All right. 32 seconds remaining. The Lady Titans bring the basketball up and across. Herman with the basketball.
Whoa!
Kicks it over and thought might get that one with a little bank action, but... And the ball is out on the floor. Seemingly nobody knew where it was there for a second.
Get over there and help.
11 seconds, didn't get any help. And
gotta get that defense to shift to the other side of the floor.
Basket by Holland.
Shoot it.
And going up and no good. Pamplin's going to put it up, but it's not going to count. No good.
Okay. Still 29 points is a lot of points, Gary.
Yep. We've got halftime, folks, and Lorain High is up at 29-12 over the Lady Tigers from Cleveland Heights. We're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be back for some second half action right after this.
All  right, 32 seconds remaining. The Lady Titans bring the basketball up and across. Herman with the basketball. Kicks it over and
knockout here at Lorain High, getting things underway in the second half of action. And the Lorain High Titans at halftime with a 29-12 lead in JV basketball action.
Foul after a turnover.
And right away turnover, and that was
right away a foul.
That was the theme of definitely the first quarter play for the Titans and the Lady Tigers here. They forced a lot of turnovers and got a nice lead. At the end of one, they were up 18-5.
Oh, there she is. I'm telling you, that gal can rebound the basketball.
And she put it up, and Pamplin's going to get an opportunity for a couple of free throw opportunities
Nia
here.
Pamplin, she has a nose for the ball. And is just a freshman. You know, I watched her warm up. She has to be 5'9", I would say. I mean, grow 3 more inches. You've got it. Grow 4, you've really got it. Nice stroke, too.
Second one is up and in. 30-12 in favor of the Lady Titans.
Oh, Euro. Look.
No good. One shot, and the Titans are coming back the other way. And that one goes up and in by Hammond.
With the left hand.
Herman put it up.
Okay. Actually, Pamplin did the right thing to help and come over to the opposite block. That opposite wing person has to slide to the baseline in rotation.
Taking it up and putting it up with the right hand. That was Nixon. Coming back the other way.
Okay,
right now their point guard Gaston's got the basketball. She's trying to get their into their offense, Bob.
Yeah, well, and penetrates, no help again. But boy, I would really like to see the Lorain High gals broken down on defense.
Pamplin tries to put it on the paint, but gets knocked away, and Cleveland Heights is coming back the other way. And the steal
with the left
score.
Okay, we have JV girls scoring layups with their offhand, and 34 points scored midway through the third quarter. Gary, I remember when girls varsity games, the score would be like 14-9. I do. I do.
Oh,
I'm that old.
I've seen some girls basketball games in my day.
Do you believe how where girls basketball has how it's unfolded over the last? Well, it's got to be in the 80s, the last 45 years. It's just amazing. And I still say, if you want to watch the most fundamentally sound basketball at any level, it's major college girls. I really do believe that.
Second shot is up and in.
Okay, Cleveland Heights pressing full court, trying to do to us what we did to them, try to climb back in the game.
Mosley takes it up and puts it in herself.
She's another gal that's been very impressive. Steal on the inbounds.
Steal up and no good. Herman's got the ball back. Put it up. No good from outside the arc that time. That was Morales Smith.
Don't reach. Yeah.
Ooh.
3-point. And a technical.
There must have been a slight disagreement down there.
I think the technical might be on the Cleveland Heights gal. The basket's going to be good. There'll be one shot, and then there will be a technical foul against Cleveland Heights. Lorain High will go to the line. Or is the technical on a Cleveland Heights player? They're going to shoot the free throw as a result of the shot. And another technical on the Cleveland Heights bench. Joe,
They weren't.
lighten it up here.
There was slight disagreements in what is transpired.
So I think we're going to come down with 4 shots and the ball.
And the first free throw is.
That was the free throw.
That was the free throw on the foul.
On the shot. Now I think we're going to have 4. I know who I would have shoot him. Who was that hit 3 in a row in the first half? That Mosley?
And Mosley, she hit 3 in a row.
Yeah, she's not at the line. But
She did miss 2 previous to that, though.
Okay. We're going to get 4 shots here.
Well,
Interesting to see if the same player shoots all 4.
Smith with the first. Puts the second one up.
And the second,
there.
okay.
She gets another one. She gets to take one off the top shelf.
Coach Wigan knows who makes free throws on his team. Much better than I do. Yeah, that's 3. I will have never seen this before. 4 consecutive free throws on a technical situation. Get in. Yes!
There you go.
That was pretty good.
And now.
Well, now the Cleveland Heights coach has to remain seated for the remainder of the game. Cannot get up.
I'm still not really sure what the first technical
Well,
was
the
on.
first technical, I think one of the Cleveland Heights players muttered something and pushed the Lorain High player, and there was a tee. And then the obvious Cleveland Heights bench disagreed with that, all of that, and was teed. I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back tees. It was a push and a shove, right, and a comment. Correct. Joe Bach has it. He saw it.
Joe has got the definition of what happened there. Explanation.
Steal by.
Turnover by Pamplin. Pamplin got the turnover, I should say.
Yep. That's a reach. That's a bump.
And
Lorain High girls do a nice job of anticipating passes. They do. They run through the passing lane pretty good.
man, they've done a nice job of handling the ball out there.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know, I mentioned the point that they had, you know, it was all guards listed on their roster, and pretty much everybody out there can handle the ball when they've got it in their hands.
They do. You know, if you're coaching girls at this level, I mean, so much of your practice has to be pass, catch, at speed, you know, ball handling drills, a lot of shooting. And then a simple offense that's, I think, spreads the floor where everybody plays facing the basket. Nice.
And there's a nice move to the basket. Castro gets another 2 points.
Keeping the heat on with the press.
She's got 4 on the evening so far. Cleveland Heights having problems getting the basketball across the timeline there. They did eventually, but they're only going to get 1 shot, and Titans are going to come back the other way.
Well, there is my argument for the 1 count stop layup again. Come to a big jump stop. Let the defense go by and just kiss it off the glass. And that jump stop layup was a big thing back in the 80s. It's kind of like out of fashion now.
But should it be out of fashion if it's still functional?
It should not. It's fundamentally sound. It's so sound.
And the Lady Tigers taking the basketball down the floor. And they've turned it over.
Blocking call against Cleveland Heights.
All right, Tank picked up her dribble there. I don't know if that was a good. That was a good move. They're going to look at that one on tape and say no, but Nonetheless, the Titans do remain in possession of the basketball. Up and off the iron.
Gomez.
Ball was tipped around there, and the Tigers come out with the basketball. Holland with the basketball brings it down the floor. Knocked away from her. She still retains possession. Kicked away. Knocked away.
See, there's that running through the passing lane again, forcing a turnover.
Inbounds by Morella Smith. She gets it once again over to Collazo.
Behind the back.
Collazo wanted to take it to the basket. It was knocked out of her hands. Tigers get the basketball and take it back up the other way. Oh, nice block. Morella Smith with the block.
Now here's the perfect spot for the one-count stop layup. Oh.
Well, she's... I think, nope. I thought maybe they might call the foul on the shot, but they didn't. They're going to give the Titans the ball to inbound. Collazo to inbound the basketball. Looking. There she goes. Found Mosley. Mosley had it knocked away from her. And it's going to get knocked out of bounds and go the other way. Cleveland Heights basketball. 42-19 in favor of the Lorain High Lady Titans.
Yeah.
With 1:44 remaining in the third quarter of play. That's a lot of points on the board at any level.
No, it is. They have scored now. You'll notice since, Cleveland Heights has kind of adjusted a little bit to the pressure, we're not as prolific in scoring as we were earlier.
Shots up, no good. Tipped around once again. Tigers have done a nice job of getting some rebounds there, but they can't seem to get it to go in the basket. It's going to remain in possession of the Tigers.
You got to see the ball if you're going to man up out of bounds plays, or if you're going to zone them either, regardless. There you go, running through the passing lane again.
Stolen away. Coming back the other way, up with the right hand, no good. One shot and back the other way. Tigers put it up and no good. Ashley Short with that attempt. Both teams have gotten a little bit sloppy with their offense here in the second half.
They have. Cleveland Heights has cranked up the pressure a little bit, and when you're playing against pressure, not only do you have to be in the right spot and make the right cuts and have an organized offense, but first open man. I mean, if you follow two rules, make the simple pass, and first open man gets the basketball. Basketball becomes a much easier game to play. And then if you throw in there, get the ball moved and reversed from one side of the floor to the other, and all kinds of good things happen. But first open man, make the easy pass.
Two missed free throws, and it's going to come down in favor of the Titans.
And see, there was nothing there. Now make the easy pass. Studies have been done how long, at the major college level with college players, how long they could stay down and play good defense. I mean, you'd be surprised. It's not that long. If you make 6 or 7 easy first open man passes in an organized offense, you're going to score some points.
And
I was waiting for that call out of bounds.
Stolen away, but Hill definitely took that out of bounds. And we got Mosley to inbound the basketball for the Titans. And she does so without much of a challenge. That being said, on the other side of the floor, they did turn the ball over, and Tigers are coming the other way now. Once again, 42-19, less than 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. Shot is up and no good off the iron. Tamplin with the rebound. She's got another defensive board.
Yeah, she's going to be a good player.
Castro to Mosley. Mosley dribbles it down the baseline, puts it up with the right hand. No good. Defensive rebound brought down. The Tigers are going the other way.
Oh, if they called Pamplin for a foul there, did they? There's no way. She was straight up. Okay.
Tigers to inbound the basketball. Inbounds and time expires. At the end of 3, it is 42-19 in favor of the Lorain High Lady Titans over the Lady Tigers of Cleveland Heights. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter of action right after this.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Okay.
Here we go, back underway. And it is 42-19 in favor of the Lady Titans JV basketball action. We got the fourth quarter going on right now, folks. And the Titans got the basketball back. They're going to take it the other way.
Oh, we're going to get a 10-second call.
And
A timeout, save the 10-second call.
at that point, that's a good timeout because
is a
you're
good
saving
timeout.
the turnover, you're keeping the possession,
Save
and you got a 42-19 lead, so why save the timeout?
Save the possession.
Save
I
the
totally
possession.
agree. Absolutely. Quick thinking on the part of Coach Logan Wigand.
Now I got a question for you. How hard is it at this point of the game to keep these girls focused?
Not. The kids love to compete. It's not. Even when you're up, maybe subconsciously they might let up just a tad. But these girls, they just love to play. The guys love to play. They're focused. They want to do well.
And they got a jump ball, held ball situation. Lady Titans are going to remain in possession of it.
And we should mention the assistant junior varsity coach is Maria Davis. Freshman coach is Melina Nieto. We have 6 freshmen out there playing.
And the Tigers coming back the other way after the missed shot. Short put up a shot, but I believe that was partially blocked. Well, they're going to call a foul.
Cassidy Wilson.
Up and short is short on the free throw attempt. She's taking her time on the second one, that's for sure.
She took her time on the first one, too. Now, I forget the rule. I used to know it. How much time you have.
For some reason, 10 seconds sticks in my mind.
Yeah, it does to me. I was going to say 30, but that would be way too much. I believe you're right. I think it is 10. Back in my coaching days, I knew the rule. And I'm weak on rules. I was weak on rules back then. I'm still weak on rules.
I don't know if they're actively counting that unless there starts to be a problem.
Right. No, you're right. It is 10, and you'll see if some officials will count it off.
Mosley got the first one to go down and gets the second one. Got a pair. 44-19 in favor of the Lady Titans.
Don't reach.
And we're going to have another held ball situation. We've had quite a few tie-ups in this ball game.
A lot of tie-ups, a lot of fouls. We've had 10 thus far this half. 6 on Cleveland Heights, 4 on Lorain.
Slapped
That's
the ball,
right.
trying to get something going, but the Titans are playing pretty nice defense there. Made it tough on the inbounds pass. Shot is up and knocked away.
Well, that one count stop layup keeps looking better and better. I mean, just, at this level, players are attacking the basket at a rate of speed that's beyond their skill level, right in the teeth of the defense.
So what you'd like to see is them gather themselves and get
Come
under
to a
control
big
before you're
jump
putting up
stop,
that
ball fake, put it in,
shot.
get fouled, all kind of good things can happen. There you go.
That's a nice looking layup right there by Ali Gomez.
Lorain High has taken off the pressure in the fourth quarter, up by 25 or so,
That's higher math.
27. And that's a good thing to see, because there's kind of an unwritten rule that if you're blowing somebody out and you've been pressing the whole game to get there, you take it off in the fourth quarter, kind of make sure all your players play. I'm not saying you don't try to score or don't try to play good defense, but you do take the heat off. It's kind of an unwritten rule. Full court heat, that is.
Yeah, you still want to play hard, but you don't
you play
necessarily
hard,
have
but
to
you
force
take
the
on
turnovers in the backcourt.
Nice pass.
There's a nice pass, nice look, and
Ooh.
Gomez has done such a nice job all evening long of hitting some tough shots, and that one
was the easiest one she's had all night.
shot is up, no good. Once again, the Lady Titans taking it back the other way. Castro thought she had something, but didn't work out in favor of the Titans. 4:18 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Titans are in command at 46-21.
Now, here, everybody I'd like to see on the ball, head on the ball, good step slide. Everybody else broken down.
And got the ball tipped away, but it's going to go out of bounds off the Titans and remain with Cleveland Heights.
Timeout or not?
I think
it is a timeout. I think it's a
got
timeout by Lorraine High. Gary gives us a chance. The style of defense, because players have become so good off the dribble that defenses now very rarely get out in denial with 1 foot in the passing lane, and they're off the line of the ball now, and they're opened into almost a zone type open stance, and I see that's the style of play of our girls here, and I think you could still get away with denial type defense and pressure at the girls' level, and it's kind of fallen out of fashion, and it certainly has fallen out of fashion one pass away at the boys' level. And I still think there's a time and a place for it if you have the right kind of players, and I think Lorain High girls have the right type player, so that you can get out there in denial a little bit, as opposed to playing soft one pass away.
Well, and
But the game's changed. It's changed. You don't see anybody in college out there in the passing lanes anymore in denial. I mean, it's not like it was back 30 years ago. I mean, because everybody, especially, even really good high school teams have players that will just beat you off the dribble. And of course, you're trying to get a defender one pass away in a position to help.
And there's Pamplin with another offensive rebound, but it's going to be a... Do we have a held ball situation there? Or was there a foul there? I think that was a held ball. Traveling.
Joe says travel.
Doing a little dancing down in the paint. Joe is on it today.
Oh, he's always on it. He's always on it.
Off
Okay,
the back
under
of the
control
iron.
here, under control. Look up the floor, first open man. Other players have to make themselves available. Oh, that's going to be over and back.
Yep. Gomez spun around down there and
And that's another part of learning how to play, too. I mean, as an offensive player, you have to make yourself available off the ball to provide for an outlet pass. That's a good pass right there.
and was a nice shot. Nice shot idea. Didn't happen to go down that time for Castro, but nice job to get the ball down there. And there's Pamplin out on the perimeter again. Shot is up and no good.
She's just got a knack for coming out of there with that ball.
Gomez with the ball down in the paint, kicks it out over on the right wing. Comes back around the top. Castro puts it up, no good. One shot, and the Tigers are coming back the other way. And they're going to put it up with one shot.
Okay. Look up the floor. There you go.
And brings the ball.
Very
kicks it
unselfish pass right there.
down. And
Gomez had it almost point blank, was defended a little bit, and kicked it out for the three.
Morella Smith with the three-pointer.
Pamplin's out there in the passing lane in denial.
Gaston dribbling the
Sink.
basketball around. No good. And we had a Titan with the hand on the basketball, but she also had a foot on the end line. It's going to remain Tigers basketball, 49-21, 2:06 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Tigers are just moving around right now, trying to get something out of their offense, and more or less using it as a learning experience, I think, at this point.
Well, they need what we've been talking about. I mean, it's just fundamental: pass, catch, move, read the defense, make the easy pass.
And we're going to send Castro to the free throw line.
But going back to that whole thing about pressure, we scored 18 at the end of one with good full court pressure. And we're at 49 now with 1:41 left. I mean, that 18 just shows you what pressure does. What good full court pressure does. And I thought we had it in the first quarter. We scored 18, and we've only scored 31 since.
Well, up until this quarter, they still had double-digit quarters, though, which is not bad. 11 and 13 in the middle two quarters.
Those are good. Those are good. And at the end of three, we were at 42, so we've had a 7-point quarter thus far.
And the Tigers are going to inbound the basketball deep down in the corner. Gaston inbounds it. And forced the travel. It's going to be the Titans basketball again. Inbounds pass. And we're going to have another held ball situation.
That's going to stay with Lorraine High.
1 minute and 20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mosley with the basketball. Across to Gomez. Gomez and Mosley moving it around. They get it over to Morales Smith.
Okay, you can't stand and defend yourself and leave the ball handler on an island here, gals. You have to back cut and move. Ooh, ouch. Pretty hard foul there. Good sportsmanship on the Cleveland Heights players' part to go over and assist in the pickup.
Yeah, she was going hard for the ball defensively, but I don't think she meant to hit her like that.
It's Kristen Castro, the line.
Kristen Castro will be at the line now, just a freshman.
Puts it up, no good.
Down to 50 seconds, Gary.
Cleveland Heights is trying to put another couple of points on the board.
Gomez blocked the shot.
Titans are going to remain in possession of the basketball. And like you said, they've scored 7 points here in the fourth quarter play. But they've kind of just been coasting here in the fourth quarter.
Well, and you know, Cleveland Heights is pressuring a little bit on the ball and off the ball, and you can't fight pressure. You have to back cut pressure. What was that? Another? I'm lost. It's going to be a foul against the Titans. Push.
I was looking at Joe for that, but
Joe usually gets those.
he is. He's usually right on that. I've learned that.
That was a good switch right there. Defensively.
25 and counting in the ball game, folks. Heights with the shot up and in. And that was short.
Down to 10 seconds.
Pamplin looking to get the ball out to somebody, see if they want to put a shot up.
We're trying to run like a spread type, four-corner type thing here. You have to back cut this. Down to 1 second, though.
They just want to run the clock out and end the ball game with a W. The Lady Titans finish this game 49-20. They took it off the board already. 23. Okay. I knew it was 49, but it was 49-23 in favor of the Lady Titans from Lorain High.
Gary, I saw a lot of good things out there. I don't want to name names, but I saw a whole bunch of girls that I think if they stick to it and work hard at it and work on their fundamentals, I thought Lorain High was very well coached. And, you know, again, fundamentally, I think they're on their way. And this could be a pretty good group. I mean, we had 6 freshmen out there.
They did a nice job, like you said. They moved the ball well. They handled the ball well.
Very unselfish play. Didn't force a lot.
Played very good anticipation on defense.
They did. Nice job.
And you alluded to it earlier in this quarter. They got that 18-5 lead and just really never looked back.
Right.
They had quarters of 18, 11, 13, and 7. Well, on the other side, the Lady Tigers of Cleveland Heights, they had quarters of 5, 7, 7, and 10. They were held to single digits in all but the last quarter. So I think we're going to take a very quick break, and we'll come back with some final statistics, final numbers for you, and wrap this one up.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're gonna serve alongside some amazing people. They're gonna become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world. That'll change you. One day, you're gonna look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Back out here, going to wrap up this JV girls basketball action. It was the Lady Titans with a W, 49-29 on the evening. Taking a look at the final shooting numbers unofficially on the evening. United Pamplin, she had 5 points on the night. Morales Smith with 7. Herman had 5 points on the night. Kea Mosley with 13. Christine Castro with 4. Delia Nixon with 3 points, and Gomez with 9. Once again, unofficially on the night, but they got a lot of girls in the scorebook, which is nice to see.
It's a nice win because, it's a win which reinforces what you're doing every day. And obviously, it's a good attitude group. You can just tell by watching them how they carry themselves on the floor. And then everybody had quite a bit of playing time. So I mean, it's just a great win.
Yeah, they moved the ball around well. They played great defense and got everybody shots. And you mentioned it a couple times.
6 freshmen.
And very unselfishly a lot of times.
Very unselfishly.
Moving that ball around.
That's always good to see.
So, well, we're going to wrap things up here for this ball game. Once again, my name is Gary Pelter. I'd like to thank my partner here, Bob Braskich, with some girls JV basketball action. Once again, it was the Lorain High Lady Titans on top, 49-29 over the Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers. We're going to wrap it up for this ball game. Thank you very much, and have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, everybody stay tuned. We'll have the Varsity stream. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable, stay right here. If you're watching on YouTube, in about 10 minutes, we'll come back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back out here at Lorain High School, getting ready to do some varsity girls basketball action. My name is Gary Pelter. I'm out here with my partner for this evening. And once again, it's a pleasure to be out here with Bob Braskett.
My pleasure, believe me.
We're going to get the announcements and the starters underway, or I should say announced before we get things underway this evening.
Rick Thompson and Joe Miller.
We've got some formalities. They're announcing the officials down there, and looking forward to this basketball game. My first opportunity to see the girls varsity.
I saw them in the preview. I mean, they're not off to a great start. They're 1-3. These two teams just played last week, and I believe the final was 45-40 Cleveland Heights. And one of the problems Lorain High has this year is they don't have a lot of size. But I noticed neither does Cleveland Heights. And I saw Cleveland Heights play 2 years ago. They were huge. They don't have anybody on their roster listed as taller than 5'9".
Number 3, Brooklyn Ferguson.
And they're doing the announcing, and both of these teams, it's a little challenging to read the numbers.
Well, that's Ashley Heitzel, Brooklyn Ferguson.
Tanisha Llanos. Head coach, the Titans, Mark Feldman, assisted by Scott Plazak.
And as you can see at home and
Tanisha Llanos.
looking at the numbers, they have white on white with navy outlines on their numbers for the Lady Titans, and on the other side of the coin with the Lady Tigers, the varsity team, they have gray jerseys with, it looks like, I guess, dark blue or black numbers outlined in gold.
Yep.
Drive one of my friends absolutely nuts.
You know, we said one of our problems has been size around the basket. Our tallest starter is just 5'7". Now, the gal jumping for Cleveland Heights is 5'9". Again, Cleveland Heights isn't huge. They were a couple years ago. They started three players at the 6-foot mark or better. They're still, you know, bigger than Lorain High, obviously. But again, in girls basketball, you could neutralize a lot of that with pressure defense.
And the Titans, with the basketball, they had an opportunity there for a shot up, and
Nice.
no good. And
Oh.
that one rolls around the back of the iron and does not happen to fall. And it's going to come back the other way with Cleveland Heights with the basketball. Their first possession of the evening.
Ouch. You know, Gary, my hat's off to Mark Feldman. I was the last few years in and around AAU a lot. Now I'd see Mark there. He'd have 2 or 3 teams he was coaching, and I mean, it finally all paid off for him last year when they went 19-5 and they were co-champs in the Lake Erie League. I'm so glad because you know, he's really worked hard at it, and it's so challenging for all the coaches, not just ours, but you know, Cleveland Heights too, to get continuity and practice with the current situation. Very, very difficult. Very difficult.
Yes, to say it's been a rough year would be a major understatement.
Okay, Cleveland Heights playing. Let me see what they're doing here. A little 3-2 zone. You don't see that very often, and it's a good one too. They move well in it. A lot of communication. You can hear all the girls talking. It's a 3-2. Don't see it much.
There is a lot of noise out there for
Yep,
no
they talk
fans
a
in the
lot.
stands.
Yeah, oh, you can hear.
Yes.
They're calling ball. They're talking about who's helping, and yeah, well done by them. It was a nice defensive possession.
Shot
Well,
up
it
and-
wasn't a possession, but a nice defensive situation for them.
Three for number 5, Maya Watts.
And a three-pointer up for Watts Davenport.
Yeah, it's a
Davenport.
3-2. You have to tack a 3-2 through the high post,
Shot
in my
up.
opinion.
No good off the iron. Lorraine with the offensive rebound. moving it around. Kick it back down on that baseline. The shot up was by Perchinsky.
All right.
Llanos with their first basket of the ball game.
Wow, I really am impressed with how Cleveland Heights plays that zone.
The shot is up and no good. Actually, Short didn't touch anything. It's going to be the Titans basketball coming back the other way.
I am impressed. The reason for a 3-2, Gary, is you have good pressure at all 5 spots on the perimeter. The weakness of it is if you put or flash a cutter into the high post, one of their players from the baseline has to come up and defend that.
The ball is taken away. Coming back the other way with the shot and the layup. Kennedy Clark with the basket.
Yeah, that's a nice looking zone.
And they're doing a nice job of playing defense and coming away with the basket. There's Kennedy Clark with another basket.
Yeah, timeout, definitely. Coach Feldman, I mean, there's a couple things you have to address here. How to attack that zone. Don't force any passes. We have to get back on defense also, because you saw the last 2 of the last 3 possessions there. They did a nice job, almost releasing early and beating us down the floor. So, I mean, number 1, we've got to get back on defense, stop the ball. And number 2, we have to be patient when we're attacking that zone. And that is a good zone. Those Cleveland Heights gals are moving, communicating, physically, although not tall in stature, their physical size is pretty good. They're well put together. They're strong girls.
And they have an 8-2 lead.
Yeah.
And Coach Feldman doesn't want it to get much further away from them at this point.
You had to take a timeout right there. You had to take one.
And the Titans move the ball around. They got a couple shots off. Didn't get one to go down, but they are going to have an opportunity at free throw here. Heisel going to go to the line for the first time this evening.
I just, again, I may be wrong. If we have to attack that zone all 32 minutes, we're in for a long night. We're going to have to figure out other ways to score. We're going to have to score off our defense. After Maids, I think we have to press. And, down at the other end, I think we have to, have pressure half-court defense and force some of those turnovers we talked so much about during the JV game. Because if you attack this zone 32 minutes, and again, you're attacking their set defense, it's going to be a long night.
Heisel's free throw was no good, but there was a lane violation, so she's going to get another opportunity here. And she makes the most of it.
Okay, we're pressing.
8-3 in favor of Cleveland Heights.
It's kind of a diamond press. We're looking to trap after the 10-second line. Right there, run through the passing lane almost.
Cleveland Heights moving the basketball around on that right wing there. They got the shot off, and I think that was kind of what they were looking for, but it didn't go down.
That was a much more defensive stand by us, after the timeout.
That shot is up and no good by Llanos.
We moved much better defensively also on that last situation. See what we do on this out-of-bounds play.
To inbound the basketball. And there's going to be a hip check down there. That's on Robinson. Ilana Robinson for Cleveland Heights. And once again, Lorraine will inbound the basketball.
Oh, okay. Our inbounder comes out and sets a back screen, and a cutter goes through to the corner. Wow, interesting little play.
But their defense is right on point.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm telling you, Gary, this is some really good defense by Cleveland Heights.
There's an open shot over on the left wing, in and out, no good. I should say the left baseline.
You know, if you reverse the basketball, you will get open perimeter shots. There's no question about that.
Well, they got the shot, but they also got the over and back on the attempt for the offensive rebound, and that's going to turn the ball over the other way. Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers coming back offensively.
No call.
Put the shot up.
I thought that could have been ours. I'm fairly impressed with our defense, too, though, from what I've seen thus far, especially after that timeout.
Well, I don't think there's been any easy baskets so far this evening, but nonetheless, Cleveland Heights is still up 8-3 with 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. That could be our first held ball of the evening.
Our ball also.
I almost feel like I want to mark these down after the last game because we had quite a lot of them. Keep track of how many held ball situations there are in an evening. Lorraine moving the basketball around the perimeter and get a shot from outside the perimeter. That was Brooklyn Ferguson with 3 points.
Oh, there it is. There's that turnover we want.
They got the turnover, and they've cut the lead down to 2 at 8-6. And Lorraine has the basketball. Moving around, everybody's outside the perimeter. Now
they're playing man-to-man now. They're playing man-to-man. I think their
shot is up and no good, but the Titans remain in possession of the basketball after the offensive rebound. Moving it around. This time it's taken away by Lady Tigers.
I think Cleveland Heights is zone after maids and man on misses. They're changing defenses. And that's always a problem because players at all levels, when a team changes defense, have a tendency to stand. Well, let's see what they do here.
A tendency to stand. Does that come from them trying to figure out what they're doing?
Yeah, right. It causes hesitation, and the defense tends to stand. They're playing man-to-man right now.
Lorraine moving the basketball around, but not getting an offensive shot that they like.
What was that? Was that a illegal hip check screen type thing, Joe?
Yes, it was. 2:20 remaining in the first quarter of play. 8-6 in favor of Cleveland Heights, but they turn the ball over and going to give it back to Lorraine, an opportunity to tie. Or go ahead with the three. They put a couple threes up this evening. Lorraine moving the basketball around. Once again, they're staying outside the perimeter there, Bob.
Perimeter, little weave up top. Shooter in either corner.
Well, Heisel had the open shot, but couldn't get it to fall, and Lady Tigers pulled down the rebound and move it back. Nice little jump hook in the lane, but didn't get it to go, and it's going to come back the other way. Lorraine High with the basketball on the move, making it fast. Up and in.
Length of the floor. Tanisha. Okay, now that's a foul. And it's called.
They got one there called for you, Bob. Tied up ball game, 8-8, 1:17 remaining in the first quarter of play.
Pretty good first quarter. I'm impressed with the defense on either end. I really am. And of course, you know, we only have total 16 combined points between the two teams. I still think that the key to this will be to try to force some turnovers Lorain High and get some easy scores against Cleveland Heights, because I think their half-court defense, whether it be that zone that they started out in or man-to-man, is just going to be tough to attack. If you have to go through the heart of that for 32 minutes, I think we're in trouble. We've got to get those easy scores that make the difference in girls basketball, and all of basketball for that matter, so often. Let's see what they do out of the timeout. Are they back in the zone? Yeah, they are. They're back in the zone.
Heisel gets the inbounds pass and takes it across half court.
No, they're not.
Plow
They're in man-to-man.
dribbles it, dishes it off.
Nice penetration.
And in.
Oh, that was
Herman with the
Herman.
two.
That was nice. Herman.
And now the Titans coming back. They've got a 10-8 lead. 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. They're trying to move the ball around and extend their lead.
Gary, do you notice how, we just did the JV game, how the speed of the game is so much greater at the varsity level?
It is.
It's the big difference between the two. I mean, it's obviously offensive skill level, but the speed of the game. Here it is.
Oh, and nice pass there.
Ouch.
Rolls around and in.
23 seconds.
It's going to be Smith Caffey with her first basket of the evening. Tied it up.
Nice.
And a nice basket right there. Ferguson puts the basket in.
Penetrate.
And 8.5 remaining in this first quarter play.
Well, that's why it's a travel. That's one of those turnovers that pressure causes. Gives us 8.5 to see if we can get another score.
And you gotta be aware of the time on the clock. 2, 1, off the glass, okay. No good.
Hey, Gary, we started that quarter down 8-3. I mean, and finished the quarter up by 2. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, nice rebound there by the Lady Titans. They've got a 12-10 lead at the end of one. We're going to take a quick break and get back to some second quarter action right after this.
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more. It's the will to fight and determination to win, found inside each and every Marine that answers a nation's call. Battles won.
Up at 12-10.
Travel.
And they forced a turnover right off the bat.
It's pretty good pressured defense in the half court. That's going to be the key tonight. If we can turn them over 20 times or so, I think we can win this game.
Lorraine with the basketball, moving it down the floor. This time it's Perchinsky with the basketball.
Yeah, that's a double dribble.
Got it in the middle to Beard, and they turn the basketball over. Once again, make plans to join us every time there's a home game. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out all sports basketball, sports action here on YouTube.
Another turnover, pressure, full court pressure caused that.
There you go, and once again the Titans, nice pass, but it was a little too far under the basket for Ferguson to have anything to do with it. You get the shot off, but Only one, and it's coming back the other way. And the Tigers put it up.
Jump ball. It's going to be Lorain ball.
No good. Another held ball situation. Lady Titans hit the basketball. They've got a 2-point lead.
Well, I can't believe that Cleveland Heights got out of that zone. It looked so good the first couple of possessions.
Don't say that so loud. I think they can hear you over here.
I was impressed. Nice penetration and a foul. That's
Ferguson.
Brooklyn Ferguson.
Taking it into the paint, trying to take advantage of a breakdown in the defense, and got fouled, and it's going to be Titans ball out. Titans inbounding the basketball.
There's that play again.
They get it in, kick it back out.
Good back cut. And scoop shot.
The left hand, no good. Rolled around, almost went in.
Well, there's a fundamental there that all the young folks that are watching should notice. Don't fight pressure. That was all created because Brzezinski didn't fight pressure and back cut to the basket, made herself available.
Brzezinski waiting for the basketball.
Well, let's get this one.
Puts the second one up and no good.
Now that's going to be their ball, Cleveland Heights. Well, let's keep the heat. Let's keep the pressure on them. Let's force another turnover.
Tigers trying to inbound the basketball. For a second, nobody was coming back to get it.
Yeah, well, they attack the middle of the floor right there. That's the way you break that pressure.
Shot was up a little bit short, hit the bottom of the rim. And now the Titans take that defensive rebound and take it right back down the floor. But there's that defense once again you were talking about, Bob.
Well, they're in that man-to-man now, and their man's pretty good too.
Yeah, they've got very solid defensively.
They're athletic. They reached and fouled there. You can't reach.
I mean,
I think they're doing us a favor by playing us man-to-man. I really do.
We're still just into the second quarter of play, but this appears to be a very even matchup, similar teams.
Low scoring, only 22 total points. Both teams very good defensively. Oops.
And
yeah.
Didn't know where your player was at that.
Oh, and it's good. 3-point opportunity. Score tied at 12.
And that was a nice put up by Walls Davenport. She got the basket and is going to have an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Turnovers leading to easy baskets, Gary. Ouch, and that's a stick back. That's good. That's a 4-point possession right there.
Yep, off the miss. That was Smith Caffrey. Puts the basket back in the ball back in the basket. 14-12. The Lady Tigers have taken the lead and extended it.
I think we're having a little bit of a difficulty here recognizing the defense, and we might be standing a little bit. Run your man offense, regardless of what the defense is. Just run your man offense. Nice penetration. We get the 3-point opportunity right here. Well done, Ashley Heisel. Spread the floor, open the floor up. It creates the opportunity to attack the basket. Don't have anybody in the post drawing defense. I mean, that's well done right there. Open the thing up.
Heisel with an opportunity at the free throw line for another point to her total. in the Titans total.
Nice.
And she got it.
Oh, come on. We can get that one. Yo! Ouch. You know, I think we can turn Cleveland Heights over. They've demonstrated here. They'll kick the ball around the gym if you press them. I mean, that pass right there was a ball for the taking.
Shot is up and in.
Maya Watts Davenport, the free throw shooter.
Davenport puts it up and rolls around and out and tips out of bounds. It's going to be Lorraine's ball. (15-14). Lorain is on top with the basketball. 5:16 remaining in the second period of play.
We have an issue at the scoring table. Could be a number situation. It's on the Cleveland Heights side. The Cleveland Heights coaching staff is over there looking at the scorebook. Let's see how this unfolds.
What do we have going on now? If we're quiet, we can probably almost hear what they're saying.
Yeah, we can. But Coach Feldman's really into it. I like the way he coaches from the sideline. He's into it on every possession. And you're right, Gary. This is going to be, I thought at the onset of the game when we were down 8-3 and I saw that defense by Cleveland Heights, I thought, oh, man, we're in trouble. But we've adjusted and, now have the 1-point lead. I'm quite happy with this thus far. And both teams really play hard. I think we play a little bit harder than they do, and I think we're a little bit more fundamentally sound than they are. Especially on the offensive end, you really have to like the way our girls pass, cut, and catch, can attack and beat you off the dribble. Our shots look a little bit better from the perimeter from a mechanics standpoint. So, this is going to be interesting.
Well, now, mind you, the Lady Tigers have only scored 14 points, but they've only got 3 girls in the scorebook. They've got Kennedy Clark. She has their leading scorer with 7, and Watts Davenport, she's got 5 points, and Smith Caffrey has 1 basket. And the Titans have spread it out a little bit more. They've got 4 players in the scorebook. Heisel's got a total of 3 points. Ferguson's got 3. Or excuse me, she's got 5. Herman's got a pair, and Llanos has 4 points. So they've moved the ball around a little bit more and a little bit more balance in their scoring.
But I still think the key will be for us to have success here tonight. We have to score off of turnovers and not go through the heart of this defense, because this is pretty impressive.
Paczynski, or Llanos brings the basketball up, excuse me.
We're in like a 4-corner type alignment here. Yeah, we are.
Looks like they're trying to bring the Lady Tigers out.
Well, definitely, and it's to our advantage because I think we're pretty good off the dribble. We've seen that already tonight. If you can spread the floor, we're pretty good off the dribble. Ouch, that's a travel. That hurt. But when you go 4 corners, as we did right there, if you're denied, you still have to back cut and be a threat to the basket. That's the weakness of, that's really one of the strengths of that defense. You can't stand behind the defense and defend yourself.
I thought that may have been a travel, but
I did too.
Nonetheless.
Oh,
Cleveland
Coach,
Heights.
Good catch. See,
Coach Feldman's got his hands out there and ready to.
Heights much more likely to turn it over than we are against a good defense. Convinced of that at this point.
As they did right there, and now the Lady Titans are trying to
Yeah, we've got them all spread out.
get the lead back. They're down by 1.
Well,
Taking it up to the basket. That was Ferguson right there, but didn't get it to go, and that time she
passed it off the leg of the
bounces it off
Heights
the Heights
player.
player. Yeah. Didn't have anywhere to go, so we'll try that one.
Well, we've been running this little play where we set a back screen, and it eventually ends up, well, we're in a different set right now. Ended up with a shot in the corner. There's a double for Heisel, and there's the shot in the
Back
corner.
to Nixon, puts it up
Yes.
and in.
There you go. That's what we need right there.
They get the turnover, going back the other way. Puts the
And-
ball up with the left hand.
That's
That was Heisel.
with the left hand. And another turnover on the inbounds pass. Yes!
Oh. Wow, Ferguson now.
Now get back. Oh, take the charge. Oh. Oh, no. I thought she was set. That's a momentum changer. We had it going there for a minute. Joe, did you think that was a charge? I did, too. I thought we were set.
But nonetheless,
Gary, what'd you think?
We still got a
Well,
we still
we're
got a
up-
22 to
Yeah,
16
we're up by
lead.
6, but we had it going there.
Yeah,
The
we had a
nice-
nice little run going. That was a
to
nice
get the
flow.
turnover, but you notice how we scored. We scored off turnovers and, popped the score.
Shot is up
Okay.
and off the back of the iron. No good. That's Davenport. She is 1 of 4 from the free throw line this evening. She's got to the line, but she hasn't had a lot of success thus far.
All right, we dodged the bullet. Don't force it.
And Ferguson takes it up, puts it up
Nice
herself off the
little
back.
Euro step right there.
24 to 16. The Titans up by 8 with 3:06 remaining in the second
The
quarter
steal?
play. Yep, steal. Ferguson takes it herself again, once again.
Oh!
Turn around. There it is. Back in her hands. Moving it. Let's go back to Ferguson over in the corner. No good.
All right.
Gets her own rebound.
It's okay.
Tracks down that long board.
All right, let's get some movement. Too many girls are standing right
Now
now.
they're going to reset the offense.
Wow, interesting. Spreading them out. 4-corner style. And they're giving us a release, the pressure pass anytime we want it.
Brzezinski with the basketball. They're very, very patient right now with the offense.
Well, I wonder if up by 8, Coach Feldman's trying to shorten the game up.
Well, there's 2 minutes remaining right now in the second quarter of play.
Get in there. Yes!
Is up and in by Brzezinski.
Wow.
3-pointer. 26 to 16.
Did they count? They just
I
counted
think
that
they
as
just
a
counted
two.
as 2. You were correct, sir.
Anticipate. Oops, that's okay. That's going to happen when you're playing pressure, running through the passing lanes. Heisel, call for the foul. That's all right.
Joe's fine monitor was in the way. I did not see where the feet were. I just assumed it was a 3, and that's wrong.
Well, we had that foul to give. They will go to the line on our next foul. Cleveland Heights has 7, so we go to the line also.
There you go. Heights inbounds the basketball.
Both teams in the bonus.
Clark with the ball between the circles.
Okay.
And somebody zigged when they should have zagged.
Gary, Cleveland Heights will turn it over against pressure. We've seen it here. That's why we're up by 10.
Lorraine with 1:25 remaining. Let's see what they do offensively this time. That last time they were very, very patient with that four corners offense. And not quite as patient, but they got the result that they wanted.
Did not take it one dribble too far. Well done. That was Tanisha. Nice. I missed that. Gary, what happened? Was that another turnover? I was looking away.
Yes, another
It
turnover.
was.
It's going to be
There
Lorraine's
you go.
ball with 58 seconds remaining. They have a 12-point lead. They've stretched it out here in the latter part of the second quarter play and have an opportunity to stretch it out even a little bit further.
They've had some success here spreading Cleveland Heights out. That's a foul and a
it's gonna be
three-point opportunity.
There you go.
We're getting to the basket when we spread the floor.
Herman with the two-pointer, and now she's going to have a couple opportunities at the charity stripe.
And one.
Wow.
43 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
You know, my hat's off to Coach Feldman. I thought, what are we doing spreading the floor like this? But you see what the result has been. Good move by him. Because we do have gals who can beat you off the dribble, and that kind of spread the floor really is conducive for that.
And Ferguson with the offensive rebound is going to keep the possession for Lorraine. Lorraine, once again, looking for a shot.
Oh, yeah! Wow. Oh, man. This has like been a perfect quarter. I'm impressed. Ouch. That was against pretty good defense, too.
Joe put a flash card up that Lorraine had a 18-0 run going. He's been keeping score down there with the numbers. 2 seconds left. Shots up, no good. But Lorraine with a 33-18 lead.
Wow.
We're at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break here, and we'll come back for some second half action. Once again, Lorraine is on top 33-18 over the Lady Tigers from Cleveland Heights. We'll be back right after this.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Okay, Gary.
Getting things back underway. Lorain is on top, 33-18 as we start this third quarter of play. Taking on Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers.
15-point lead. That's a shocker. An 18-0 run in the second quarter.
Yeah, they took that mid to late second quarter and just turned on the gas, didn't they, Bob?
Yeah. A lot of scores off of defense. Pressure defense paid off for us. Hit some perimeter shots. I mean, it was beautiful basketball. Went to the four-corner spread. Beat him off the dribble. I mean, it was very, very nice.
Got a couple turnovers in that period and hit a couple threes, and before you knew it, wow.
Great.
Right now, the Titans are very patient with their offense, but don't get that one to go down. Tanisha Llanos got the shot, but didn't get the roll.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice move by Pierce.
Sure was.
Took it in there strong and got the basket. Her first two of the evening was for Pierce.
We cannot stand on offense. Well, I always talk about it. Make the easy pass. First open man. Don't stand. Don't defend yourself.
Llanos moving the basketball between the circles. She gives it up to Heisel. Heisel.
Here we go with that
back
spread.
Over to Ferguson. Skip pass all the way over. Heisel puts it up. Doesn't get anything but air on that one.
Okay, turnover. Got to be careful. We don't want to shoot them back into the game. I mean, there's a fine line between, we still want to be aggressive offensively and take good shots, but we don't want to shoot them back into the game.
Ferguson this time bringing it across the timeline. Kicks it back over on the other side to Llanos, and Llanos puts up the three.
Isn't that what basketball's all about today? Beat somebody off, beat your man off the dribble, draw help, and pitch. Make the next pass. Oh.
And the Lady Tigers move it down the floor, and not much defense on that one.
That should not have happened. We didn't have anybody back.
That was Watts Davenport with the basket. She's got 9 on the evening so far.
Powered up.
Llanos puts it up. His second shot back up, no good. That's Heisel. Dribbles in the paint, gets a roll around, but off.
Oh, we get a call there.
And they're going to give it to Lorraine. 36-22. 5-11 in the third. It's going to be Ferguson on the inbounds pass. Ferguson into Heisel. Heisel puts it up. Nothing but net.
That was about 6 feet beyond the arc. Now, this is the second basket they're going to get because we're not back on defense. Now, they didn't score, but nevertheless, we have got to get back on defense, on the back of our press.
It was a nice block from behind there by Ferguson.
Good recovery. But, I mean, that's 2 times in a row. Coach Feldman has to address that. I mean, we're up here doing the right thing, trapping, looking to run through the passing lanes. As a good friend of ours always used to say, 2 on the ball, 3 in the passing lanes, but you have to be deep. You have to have somebody protecting the basket. And they've had 2 of those opportunities in the last 30 seconds.
I want to take this opportunity before we get back to action to remind you to check out Lorain City Schools TV 20 on Facebook. Like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and subscribe to it on YouTube. There's lots of great things on there that you'll want to check out. And every time there's a game here at home, Joe Box got it on the TV for you to watch.
In Spectrum 1025, ouch.
Oh.
Okay, that was a defensive breakdown. They set a little back screen. We're manning the out-of-bounds play, which is a debatable from my standpoint. Set a little back screen, and defense became confused and just made a strong cut to the basket.
Walls Davenport did a nice job of recognizing that and getting the shot, and now an attempt at the three-point play.
Okay, I think they're going to get another whack at it because of a lane violation.
Somebody in a white uniform was a little anxious.
Every point counts here. I'm not comfortable with it's 39-24. I'm not comfortable with this yet.
And Walls Davenport gets her second attempt there and makes the most of it. You're absolutely right, Bob, because I think this Cleveland Heights team has it in them. They could make a 10-point run at one point. And,
I do too. And their last two baskets were easy baskets, and then the 3-point play. I mean, we have to make them work to score. We can't give it up easily. That was their last 5 points, far too easy.
Herman inbounds the basketball, and it's stolen away.
And now I think that's a charge, and it's a block again. I don't know. Maybe we weren't set, but still, it looked pretty close to me.
And Davenport's going to go to the free throw line
Gary,
again.
What did you think there? Did you think that was a block?
I think that in the transition, I think she still could have been moving, to be quite honest.
All right. My bias is showing.
That's perfectly all right. I'm just saying it's hard to stop and maintain and get yourself that position to get that call in that style of defense.
All right, it cost us a point. In halftime, we were up by 15. It's now 13.
Lano's dribbling it around and gives it off to Herman. Herman, once again, there.
Ouch, we've got an injured player on the floor.
And she's going to watch from on the floor.
That was Heisel, wasn't it?
That was Ferguson with the basket.
On the floor.
Oh, on the floor.
I don't know if it was a cramp or a twisted ankle. Yeah, that was actually Heisel.
Yeah, it was Heisel on the floor. But she seems to be moving all right now. Might have just been catching her breath.
See, we can beat them off the dribble, and one of the weaknesses of their defense is when you do beat them off the dribble, they don't help, although that was pretty good help right there, but we still score.
Lanos with another two. 43-26. Lorain on top. 3:34 remaining in this third quarter play. Shot is up and good for three. That was Davenport.
Wow.
Turnover and coming back the other way.
No
shot
call.
is up, no good, no call, but offensive rebound. Back for his arm, for Pierce.
Travel.
That was very good for Lorraine because I'll tell you what, Cleveland Heights was put on the pressure there. They got some shots in it.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to score 2 points on that possession. Now the Titans have an opportunity to regroup.
We're spreading them out again. Run this little weave up top.
Ferguson to
travel.
Lanos didn't get the ball down fast enough before she moved her feet. And there's another turnover. Titans are bringing up pressure.
Okay, they have a player deep. Okay. Sink, we've got a deep.
Pass down low, down to the blocks, but they got to kick it back out. Comes out, off the iron, no good. Shot back up and in by Smith Caffey.
43-21, lead down to 12.
2:30 remaining in the third quarter play.
On the floor, foul on Cleveland Heights. That will be their first. first of the half.
Is that on Smith-Caffrey? Smith-Caffey? Nonetheless, it's going to remain Lorraine's ball. Lanos to inbounds it. She inbounds it to Perchinsky. Shot is up.
No, we don't want to shoot them back into the game and then not get back on defense. That's 7 easy points for them.
It's another one by Davenport.
Lead down to 10.
Shot is up and short. Ferguson ends up with the basketball. It's going to reset the offense out there. Lanos held ball situation.
Lorain high ball.
I for a second thought there was going to be a travel.
We have to be careful here. We don't want to shoot them back into the game.
No, the lead is back down to 10 at 43-33, and that's kind of what I was thinking
then,
about.
Of course, the other thing is we have to get back on defense after mades and misses.
So many times you hear it, Bob, that you want to get down below that 10-point
single digits,
barrier, and if
what was our biggest 14? Gary, do you know? I hate to put you on the spot.
I am not sure what the biggest lead was.
16. But it's down to 10, nevertheless. And I would say their last 7 points were easy baskets. A couple of them were mental errors, not getting back on defense.
They've got some turnovers. They got some stick backs, and
we want to press them up here in the forecourt. I understand that. I think we should be, but we also have got to cover deep. All right, let's see what we do.
Here we go. The Titans did inbound the basketball.
That little back screen play right there. Didn't get it.
Herman inbounding it, kicks it way back out the top to Ferguson. Ferguson to Heisel. Heisel.
Good back cut.
Out there up with the right hand. That was Beard. And now, Cleveland Heights going back the other way. Shot up off the iron. No. Rain will get the rebound.
Okay.
Get possession, I should say, after it goes out of bounds. 1:22 remaining in the third quarter of play. Lorain up by 10, 43-33.
Gary, this is a good game. That's a reach.
Ferguson takes it in the paint.
No call.
Yeah.
Neither block nor charge. Ball rolls off the Cleveland Heights defender. Lorain high ball out of bounds. Oh, we've got to make strong cuts here. Come on now.
Titans move the ball. They're going to say turning it over the other way. Ferguson traveled.
I think we should be, again, making them play defense, spreading them out. We've demonstrated we could beat them off the dribble. Let's not shoot them back into the game.
Big possession right here for Cleveland Heights. They want to get this under 10 before they get to that fourth quarter.
Oh, Cleveland Heights coach had to burn a timeout because they feared the 10-second call was inevitable, and I think it was.
It
was a good trap.
Full timeout. 43-33. Lorain is on top.
I'm not comfortable. I'm just not comfortable. Again, I'm a little concerned that, again, I hate to repeat it again, but when you've got a lead against a good team, one of the things you don't want to do is shoot them back into the lead or, into the competition by taking shots that may not be necessary, especially when you haven't exhausted your offense. I mean, I think we have to make them play defense, and I think we've had a couple of quick shots here where they didn't have to defend.
Yeah, and Cleveland Heights has demonstrated that they can score baskets.
Yeah, they can score baskets.
They're going to get back in this ballgame.
They've also demonstrated how they can get beat off the dribble because they do put put some good ball pressure on you, but we've got some gals that can really beat you off the dribble. I'm very impressed. And Cleveland Heights' help rotation many times is late. We especially saw that in the first half. So spreading them out, especially because they give you an outlet, isn't a bad approach right now.
Here we go. Less than a minute left in the third quarter play. 53 seconds in, counting. Cleveland Heights with the basketball. They get it down low. There was a looked like a slap, but hurt. No call.
Darn, that hurt. The break opportunity there.
They had the break opportunity, and the Titans turned the ball over. 40 seconds remaining in this.
It's kind of like a little three-quarter diamond press.
Lady Tigers moving that basketball around. They're very patient with their offense, but they didn't get the shot there. But they do get an offensive rebound. 25 seconds and counting. They're not trying to run that clock out.
We have to check out. Down to 19. Now we should play for one shot here. They should not touch the ball again.
The shot is up and off the iron by Ferguson, but Titans get the ball back. Shot is up, no good. Nice follow, no good. And
wow. That basket there would have been nice.
All right, end of three, 43-33. The Lady Titans on top over the Lady Tigers from Cleveland Heights. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. All right, getting our fourth quarter basketball action underway.
Yeah.
Lorain is up 43-33. You got 8 minutes of action left. I'm thinking it's going to be a good 8 minutes.
I do too. And, you know, Joe Bach pointed out we did have a 17-point lead in the first half. And as you pointed out, Gary, we were outscored 15-10 in that quarter. Now here we're back to spreading them out again. This is where we've had most of our success.
Ferguson dribbling that ball out there. Kicks it back out there to Barraclough.
Ouch.
Ooh, almost stolen away.
You still have to back cut pressure when you're doing this. You can't stand and defend yourself. Can't leave that dribbler out on an island.
If Clark could have got that, she would have had clear sailing to the basket. Heisel dribbling it down into the paint. Kicks it on over on the other side. That was Beard with the basket, with the shot, I should say. Well, let's see. Cleveland Heights moving the ball. They get it down in the paint, but not able to get that shot. They put up a second shot, and this time it's the Titans with the defensive rebound, taking it back the other way.
Nice.
Oh, and no good. And she came back in and did not reestablish her position on the inbounds.
We haven't scored in a bit, have we?
No. And
the easiest way to do that is to force a turnover.
Right now, I would say this is a key point in the ball game, Bob, because
nice pick.
see if the Titans can reestablish themselves here.
Get in.
You try to do it with the three-pointer, but that didn't go. Once again, no scoring so far here in this fourth quarter of play. It's still 43-33, 10-point lead for the Titans. Both teams have had a couple of possessions, but nobody's had opportunities to get it to go. Once again, they got Clark moving it around there. They try and get it down low. Clark sets up, shoots the three, no good. Looks like we've got a
jump ball, I believe. And it is Heights ball.
Jump ball situation.
Yeah.
I've been keeping track. That's only 4 so far in this game.
Okay, see the ball, girls. See the ball and your man on these out-of-bounds situations.
Ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll remain possession, Cleveland Heights.
What do we have here, a tee? Yes, it is.
Wow. I'm
and
wondering.
It's against Cleveland Heights. Of course, we saw the back-to-back tees in the JV game. I wonder what was said there. Good.
I don't know if we could say what was said there.
Yeah, probably not. You're right. And it's ball out of bounds. So that is a big call.
So to put up the... How
yes.
much of a factor is it there being nobody in the gym?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And the officials
that's a good point
can
by
hear
you.
Things a lot better.
That's a good... Yeah, because you could always, as a coach, point to somebody in the stand and say, that wasn't me. No, that was a big call right there. 2 shots, ball out of bounds.
Those are the first 2 points for anybody in this quarter.
Ouch.
And turnover going back the other way. And we're going to get some free throws. It's going to be Walls Davenport back to the free throw line.
See, that turnover really was caused by standing on offense. I mean, we have to have some movement to make yourself available so the ball handler has an option. You can't stand and defend yourself.
Now she's gone to the free throw line quite a bit. She's now 4 of 9. Well, she hit that one, and she's right at 50%. 45-34, Titans maintaining an 11-point lead. But scoring has been hard to come by here in the fourth quarter.
That's it. Nice.
Herman with their first basket, and first basket for the Titans in the fourth quarter of play.
Okay, I'll take that turnover.
And they force another turnover.
Yeah. Cleveland Heights can definitely be pressed.
There's a lot of time going, but now the Titans have extended their lead back out to 13 at 47-34. 5 minutes and 31 seconds remaining.
Hurry up, let's go. It was almost a 10-second call.
Cleveland Heights could never get it below that 10 points.
Well, we can't stand here either.
Titans moving it around, but not really attacking the basket here.
Coach is calling for full denial. Charge.
And that one's going to be a charge.
Yeah. I reluctantly have to agree with that call.
And let's see what the Lady Tigers do. They're down by 13. Just under 5 minutes remaining, 4:58 remaining. Titans need to put a couple defensive stops here together. Yeah.
Are they going to count this basket on the floor? Basket
Yes, they
is
did.
good.
Yes, they did.
Basket by Talisha Pierce.
And that's Pierce with another basket. She's got 4 on the evening. She's going to have an attempt at a 3-point play. And that was a big play. That gets it back
was
down
a
to
big
10.
play. Wow.
Let's see if the Titans can answer that.
Coach Feldman taking a timeout. I'm anxious to see what Lorraine High does differently after this timeout. I'm anxious to see. That was his. We have 2 timeouts remaining, as does Cleveland Heights. Foul-wise, we have 5 fouls for the half. Cleveland Heights only 2.
I like
Wow.
that.
I'm not comfortable with this 10, Gary. I'm telling you, it's.
I like that
This is not
timeout
an
though
easy
because
one.
we are at that 10-point plateau again, and
No, I like the timeout.
you get the timeout and you come out and you run whatever offense you want, but you're going to make that call and try and get a basket off and push it back up to 12.
A lot of times in the fourth quarter, you take a timeout when you think your team is fatigued too. And you know, I know Coach Rossitano with the boys does that a lot. Let's see if Lorraine High does something differently after this timeout.
And they may be also not only offensively, but, you know, setting up what they want to do defensively as well coming out of this.
Yeah. Well, if they get back on defense, what they've been doing has been very good. Had a couple of breakdowns at the back of the defense, but other than that, it's been pretty good. Offensively, we're doing the same thing, spreading them out, but you can't stand and defend yourself.
Backing out Heisel with the basketball.
Now, Heisel's pretty good doing what she's doing right now.
She is definitely controlling the ball out there. Ferguson gets it back, comes back, relieves her for a minute, but hands the basketball back over to Heisel. Takes it up into the paint, off the back of the iron. It bounces out, and now
It's a good shot.
the Tigers have an opportunity to get it under 10. Well, Pierce didn't have an opportunity to get a shot up, but she got the ball back after the block. And that time,
Well, we stole the ball and fell to the ground, and it's a travel call, Heights ball out of bounds. Now, see the ball here, gals. That's just a simple
lob
post
into
up
the
right
paint,
there and a
and
travel. Yep.
they're going to call the travel, and the Titans are going to come back with the basketball.
But we have to defense that better. We can't have that simple post up out of inbounds.
Titans are still maintaining that 10-point lead. 3:38 remaining. Ferguson takes it into the paint, has a little jump shot from the elbow, but doesn't get it to go. And we're going to have, what do we got?
Jump ball.
Jump ball, just
Lorraine.
jump ball situation.
Lorraine high ball.
Titans with the basketball. Dixon comes back in the ball game for Heisel. Ferguson, long inbounds pass. Back out to Lanos. Lanos will take it out. Back there, keeping it herself.
Yeah. That's all right.
Tipped away. Going to go be turned over and going over to Cleveland Heights. Once again, Heights is going to try and get that lead under 10 points. Here we go. Titans bringing some,
come
some
on.
full
That's
court
it,
defense.
that's it.
Nice defense.
There you go.
Up.
There you go.
Up and in. Perchinsky with the basket. That was a big basket right there, I think, psychologically. Pushes the lead back out to 12. They took it away from Cleveland Heights.
And what was the call there? At first I thought it was a foul call. Now it's Heights ball. Of course, even if it was a jump ball call. Wow.
And here we go. Heights with the basketball. Moving it around, travel. It's going to go back to Lorain.
All right, we're down to 2:55. I'm feeling a little bit better now.
Little bit more confident there, Bob?
A little bit better.
A basket right here would probably go a long way to easing your confidence.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind holding the ball for 25 seconds before that basket.
Ferguson brings it across the timeline. Takes it between the circles herself. Pass all the way over to Persinski.
First open man has to get the ball. Well, Cleveland Heights is kind of in a bind here foul-wise in that that's only their third team foul with 2:37 left.
Yeah, they got to start fouling.
Yeah, right, exactly. And if we're smart here,
Ferguson and back over to Llanos. Llanos puts it up.
Yeah,
no good.
Wow. Lorraine high ball.
And
I think we're okay now. 2:19 left, up by 12. With the ball, we should be fine.
Ferguson to inbound the basketball over on the far side to Llanos. Llanos puts it up off the iron, no good.
Good rebound, good pitch.
Titans retain possession of the ball. Coming back the other way. Heights puts the shot up. Three-pointer, no good. That was Clark with the attempt. And we're going to go back.
I can't believe Cleveland Heights isn't picking up full court right now.
2 minutes to go. Titans up by 12.
They should be pressing and fouling.
And you're right. They don't
because
pick up the pressure. They're not fouling.
There's 2 minutes left. Wow, so you open the floor up.
And there's a basket for the Titans.
That has worked.
Herman with another two. Now a 14-point lead.
Yeah, with only a minute 33 left, it's over.
Absolutely. And we're going to have a foul down low in the paint. But I don't think that Smith Caffey's going to.
We play behind in the post. I'd like to see us, get in denial down there. At least cup the offensive player. We play behind and let the ball go in there.
Shot is up and in. 51-38 with 1:25 remaining in favor of the Lorain Titans. Second shot up and no good. And the ball is going to end up in the Lady Tigers' hands. The thing is, Lady Tigers are running out of time.
Yeah, we're down to 1:23. We're up by 13.
The more precarious possessions were earlier in this quarter when it was a 10-point game, and the Lady Tigers had a couple of possessions. They could have cut it down under 10, and they weren't able to.
Oh,
nice takeaway by Heisel.
Nice catch with your back to the ball. Now, other folks have got to make themselves available right now for Heisel. The idea here is to penetrate, draw help, and pitch. Pitch it.
Heisel dribbling the basketball through the paint and back out top.
Down to 56 seconds.
Heisel putting on a dribbling exhibition out there right now. Does not appear that...
I have not seen a player sustain a dribble for this long in a long time. She got tired.
She hands it, exactly.
She
She hands
did.
it off, says, you can take it for a while.
First open man.
And now Ferguson with the basketball, down under 20 seconds now. Ferguson kicks it back over in the corner. That's Beard with the basketball now.
Well, you know, we have a couple players with Heisel, like Heisel and Ferguson, who you can do this with. There aren't a lot of teams you can do this because they can, and Herman can too. They can beat you off the dribble into the paint, and when you're trying to eat up clock, they can draw help and pitch, and it continues. We're down to 4.
3,
It's pretty good skill.
2, 1, and that's going to wrap it up.
Well done.
The Lady Titans from right here at Lorain High, 51 over the Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers at 38. We're going to wrap it up and come back with some numbers here in just a little bit. And right after we take a break here, Joe.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Back out here at Lorain High, we're going to take a look at some of the final numbers here for first of all, for the Lorain High Lady Titans. It was Ashley Heisel she had 8 points on the evening. Brooklyn Ferguson with 11 points. Persinski with 6 points. Herman with a total of 2 points. Nixon with 3 points. And Michaela Herman, Nikia Herman had 2 points, and Michaela Herman had 4 points. Looking at Tanisha Lanos, unofficially on the evening, she had 15 on the night. A nice ball game. Yeah. Taking a look at the scoring for Cleveland Heights Lady Tigers, Kennedy Clark had 9 points. Watts Davenport with 4 points. Tamisha Pierce had a total of, she had 4 points. Looking at Hanchett, she had 2. Pierce had 3 points. And Smith Caffey with 3 points, wrapping it up for the Lady Tigers unofficially on the evening. It was quarter scores. Lorain High with quarter scores of 12, 21, 10, and 8, while Cleveland Heights with 10, 8, 15, and only 5 points in that fourth and final quarter of play. When Lorain High really had to put some stops on, they did it.
Well, you know, the key to the game was that 18-0 run in the second quarter. The game was pretty even fairly even. Other than that, and that was one of the prettiest, 6 or 7 minute stretches of girls basketball I've ever seen, because we defended well, forced a lot of turnovers, scored off the turnovers, which we know is key, penetrated, drew help, pitched, hit threes, and when the help wasn't there, we scored. I mean, it was just a beautiful thing, and I felt that was the difference in the game. And having not seen our girls other than in the preview, our offensive skill level is pretty good. We've got some players, everybody can handle it, and we've got 3 players who can handle it exceptionally well. And it allows you to spread the floor as we did there. They penetrate and can score, or they draw help and pitch it back out, and you can work the clock. So, I mean, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I could see that Cleveland Heights is a little bit challenged offensively shooting the basketball, and I think we exploited that for our size. I thought we rebounded well, and Coach Feldman pulled all the right moves there. Used his timeouts wisely, changed defenses a couple times, settled things down to control momentum as the game unfolded. It was very enjoyable. It was a very good game.
I'd like to go back to that second quarter, that run there. We just got through talking about how we thought it was going to be a close game, and they're both evenly matched teams. And the next thing you know, bang, Lorain puts on that run.
Just a fantastic.
And we're looking at a 33-18 halftime. We're like, how did we get here?
Yeah, and everything worked. Scored off the defense, turned them over, attacked the basket, pitched and shot threes. It was just great.
Cleveland Heights in that third quarter play, they outscored Lorain 15-10. They made a little bit of a run there, but the thing was they could never get under that 10-point barrier.
Right.
And I think psychologically that was a big part of it. They had several attempts and they just couldn't get past that. And Lorain, they did just enough.
I'll tell you why this was nice, because they beat us last week by 5, and we end up here. What was the final 13-point spread?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And that's good, because that should tell you something. And since that, over that week, we've improved more than they have, and demonstrated here tonight. When you beat a team the second time you play them when they're in your league, and you obviously lost the first time around, that shows you a lot. It's very reinforcing.
And I didn't see that first game.
I didn't.
But I'm wondering if we were to talk to Coach Feldman, if they got to that point where they were slowing it down a little bit. Maybe they wanted to keep a few possessions away from Cleveland Heights, and because we don't know exactly what happened.
But we have the players where we can do that, because we do have 3 really exceptional ball handlers out there, and at all times, all 5 players really can handle it a bit. And so you're able to spread the floor as we did. Let them challenge you one-on-one, beat them off the dribble, get it in the paint, pitch it back out, and then do it over again. I mean, that's very high skill level on this team.
And not only that, it creates a frustration level with Cleveland Heights.
Definitely.
Because you do that to them, then you get a basket, and then they're like, oh.
Very fatiguing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap it up for this Monday evening. Once again, I'd like to remind you to check out Lorain City School or Lorain Schools TV 20. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the YouTube channel, because there's lots of great things on there. There's lots of archived games. Every time there's a live event, that's where you want to go for it. And Joe Bach, who's out here tonight, he's on top of it. He helped us out numerous times with clarifying some things that were going on out there on the floor, because he's got the ear out there. But once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For my partner, Bob Braskich, it was a pleasure to work with you this evening, Bob, and look forward to doing it in the future. My name is Gary Pelter. Thank you very much, and have a good night, everybody.